the 2021 March Madness brackets came out. So yeah, I'm going to fill my bracket out in today's video. I doubt much will be right because something to note here is I don't watch college basketball. I've watched very limited college basketball this season. When I start watching is around the March Madness time. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. I will predict it, and I doubt many of them will be right. So you can probably come back in this video and laugh. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video though. You've got number 1 Gonzaga versus number 16 North or App State. So for Gonzaga, I mean they've got Corey Kispert, the senior, one of the best shooters in college basketball right now. You've got Jalen Suggs. For the game predictors, I mean everybody's predicting Gonzaga to win here. I mean they're 26-0. And it doesn't really matter which team it is here. I think Gonzaga moves on here. They're a really good team this year. Gonzaga moves on. So Oklahoma versus Missouri. Oklahoma, I'm pretty sure, is on a 4-game losing streak to finish the season. That's not good for me. I don't think that's a good way to finish your season. I think that, I mean, I don't even think it's much of an upset here of I'm going to go with the 9 seed Missouri team. So we'll have Gonzaga versus Missouri in the second round. Now we've got Creighton versus UCSB. So yeah, I mean, I'm thinking that maybe. I mean, let's see. Notable results. Lost by 1 to Kansas. Won 3 times to UConn. That's actually pretty big for this Creighton team. A lot of people are predicting Creighton, and I think I agree with them here. I think I'll go with Creighton over UCSB. Virginia, Ohio. Virginia, I know, was having some COVID issues, so yeah. Yeah, I don't think this one's going to be that close. I really don't. They lost by Gonzaga to 23 and 21. Virginia did. But I don't think there's a way that Ohio wins. Maybe they do pull off the upset, but I'm going to go with Virginia here. All right, next we have USC versus Wichita or Drake, I think is what it says. I don't think that this one is going. I'm going with USC and Evan Mobley here. I think that USC is the obvious choice. Kansas versus Washington. Kansas. Yeah. They lost by 12 to Gonzaga. They lost by 19 to Tennessee. Lost twice to Texas. I think that this is going to be a pretty close one here. I think I'm going to go with Kansas. I know it's the boring pick, but I'm going to go with Kansas. You've got Oregon versus VCU here, and this one definitely could be a close game. They lost by 14 to USC, Oregon did, but they beat Memphis, which is a good win for VCU, but I think I'm going to go with Oregon once again, the higher seed. I think I've picked the higher seed every time. Well, actually not. I picked Missouri. Iowa Grand Canyon here. This is not going to be real close. I'm going to go with Iowa pretty quickly there. So yeah, that's the first bracket. I think I'm just going to do the top first, the West and the South first, and then I'm going to do the bottom bracket, which is the East, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, East, Midwest. So, yeah. So let's go ahead and go over here to Baylor Hartford. I mean, I don't think that a number 1 seed is going to get bounced here. I mean, I think that this is going to be a blowout here. Easy first round matchup for Baylor. North Carolina, Wisconsin here. I mean, North Carolina's not played very well this year. But once again, I don't think Wisconsin wins this game. I'll go with North Carolina winning. Villanova, Winthrop. You haven't heard a lot about Villanova this year, I don't really feel like. I mean, they beat Creighton, who I'm pretty sure I picked to move on. They beat UConn too. They beat Texas. They've got some quality wins. I think I'm going to go with Villanova here. I know it's the boring pick, but I'm going with Villanova. Pretty boring pick, but, I think it's what's going to happen. All right, next is Purdue, North Texas. Purdue, North Texas. Purdue, I definitely did not think they would be a 4 seed here. Points per game. I mean, Purdue is averaging more. They only lost by 8. Yeah, I think I'm going to go Purdue here as well. Texas Tech, Utah State. I'm going to go ahead and pick Texas Tech. They've got Kamari Burnett or something like that. They've got Mac McBlank. Yeah, pretty good team there. Arkansas over Colgate. I think that's pretty obvious there. Florida, Virginia Tech. Florida, Virginia Tech. Florida lost by 15 to Alabama, 11 to Arkansas. They won to Tennessee. That's a big win. They beat Villanova, Virginia Tech did. I think I'm going to go with the lower seed here, Virginia Tech. Then I'm going to go with Ohio State over Oral Roberts. Now that we are down to 16 teams in the West, Baylor, North Carolina here. Baylor, North Carolina. This one's going to be a close game, I think. But I think I'm going to go with Baylor here. Villanova, Purdue. This one is an interesting matchup. Yeah, that's kind of... Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Villanova here. Villanova is definitely a good team. I think Villanova will win. Texas Tech, Arkansas. This is going to be a good matchup here. Texas Tech, Arkansas. Arkansas's obviously got Moses Moody on their team. Yeah, and they got Justin Smith too. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Arkansas here. Moving on. Virginia Tech, Ohio State. Let's see here. Ohio State, I mean, they got to be pretty good if they got the number 2 seed. Going off points per game, Ohio State wins that. Yeah. They beat Virginia. They beat Villanova, Virginia Tech did. Ohio State, though. They have won to Illinois, but they've lost twice. I think I'm going to go... I don't want to be boring. I'm going to go Virginia Tech. Why not? Gonzaga versus Missouri. I don't think that this one's going to be very close. Yeah, this one's going to be a blowout in my opinion. Gonzaga's going to win this one. Creighton, Virginia. I think this one might be a good matchup here. Creighton, Virginia. It's looking like Creighton's kind of the favorite. They only lost by 1 to Kansas. They won once. I think that I'm going to go with Creighton here. Yeah, I think that I'm going to go with Creighton. USC versus Kansas. Can Evan Mobley lead USC? The competition hasn't been the greatest ever, but they have beat UCLA. I think I'm going to go with USC here. Why not go with underdog? Oregon, Iowa. Let's go ahead and look at that. Oregon, Iowa. Yeah. I think I've got to go with Iowa here. So, yeah. We're down to 8 teams. Gonzaga, Creighton here. Gonzaga, I mean, they're a very good team, and I think they win again. I think Gonzaga is going to win again. USC versus Iowa here. This is a very interesting game. USC, Iowa. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Iowa. They've got Luke Garza on that team. I think I'm going to go with the 1 and 2 seed here. Pretty boring. Baylor versus Villanova. Who do I go with here? I think I'm gonna go with Baylor here. Two number one seeds. Yeah. Arkansas, I think, is going to beat Virginia Tech. I think that's where their run ends. So, yeah, I got the 1, and 2, and 3. So, yeah. So, let's go ahead and move on to the East bracket. We have Michigan. I think they're going to move on. I mean, I'm not even going to spend time on that, really. LSU, I think they move on. Colorado, Georgetown here. This one might be one that I have to look a little more into. Oh, this one's going to be close. This one's going to be close. Why not Georgetown, though? Why not pick Georgetown? Florida State, UNC Greensboro. I think this one's going to be Florida State wins. Why not go with the upset pick here? UCLA. You've got Texas. They're going to win. You've got UConn, Maryland. That might be an interesting matchup. UConn, Maryland. Oh, they've got James Bouknight on their team. I didn't even remember that. I feel like some top recruit went to Maryland, though. Maybe not. But James Bouknight's on their team. UConn, I think they move on. Alabama's going to win here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and move on to the other side. Illinois is going to move on versus Drexel. Drexel. Loyola Chicago versus Georgia Tech. Yeah, the competition's not been that great for Chicago. I think I'm going to go Georgia Tech here. Tennessee, Oregon State, Tennessee. Cade Cunningham and Oklahoma versus Liberty. Cade Cunningham, can he move on? It's Cade Cunningham and the rest of his team's not that great. But at the end of the day, I think they do move on in the first round. San Diego State, Syracuse here. San Diego State, Syracuse. A lot of people are thinking San Diego State. I think that San Diego State's going to win. West Virginia, Morehead State. I think that West Virginia is going to win. Yeah, I think that they're saying it's a high percent chance. I tend to agree looking at the statistics. Clemson, Rutgers. Houston's a number 2 seed. Dang. 70. They beat Alabama. That's a huge win there, but they got whooped by Virginia. I think that I'm going to go with. I think that I'm going to go with the underdog here, I guess you could say, going off the seed again. 215 here. I mean, I think that is pretty obvious who I'm going to pick. Yeah, University of Houston's going to win that one. Alrighty, we're down to 16 teams in this. Now, so, yeah, let's go ahead and look at that. And see my picks of who's going to win. Okay, so back to it. Michigan gets the upset. I think LSU wins. Florida State beats Georgetown. Texas beats UCLA. And Alabama beats UConn. In the other side of the bracket, Houston beats Rutgers. West Virginia beats San Diego State. Oklahoma State beats Tennessee. Illinois beats Georgia Tech. Now down to the final 8, Texas versus Alabama. I'm going to go with Texas. West Virginia versus Houston. Now that I look back at this, yeah, I'm still going to go with West Virginia. I'm going to go with what I had. LSU, Florida State. I'm going to go with Florida State and Illinois. So, yeah, we're down to 8 teams here. Crap. I gave away my prediction. That was not good. Yeah, down to the 8, though. Gonzaga, Iowa. Iowa's not had that great of a record versus teams top 25 ranked. So I'm going to go with Gonzaga here. Baylor, Arkansas. I'm going to go with Baylor slightly beating Arkansas here. I think yeah, and let's go ahead and look at Illinois versus West Virginia. I think Illinois is going to win. And Florida State versus Texas, I'm going to go with Florida State. Now down to our final two, Gonzaga, Florida State. I'm going to go with Gonzaga. And the two number one seeds, Baylor, Illinois. I'm going to go with Illinois. Gonzaga, Illinois is my pick for the national championship. And I'm going to have Gonzaga winning 70-67 is my prediction. As you can see on the screen, I'm going to go with 70-67. Gonzaga Bulldogs win. That's my prediction. Is it a boring prediction? Probably. But yeah, that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications. Because like I said, a lot of you that watch these videos are not subscribed. Get your life together, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications, leave a like. Thank you for watching, and peace.